everyone, 𝘚𝘱𝘦𝘝 here. So I decided I would go ahead and do a general reading if I had time, which I do. So I decided I would go ahead and do this before I start emails tonight. So I'm going to do the same idea of what I did last night after doing the new moon ritual, where it'll be a general reading, but instead of like just for everyone, it's a general reading for each element, right? So you got your fire signs, which is going to be the first. Then the next one's water signs. This one is going to be your earth signs, and this is air signs. If you're not sure what each one is, I'm going to name them off. And this is referencing your sun sign. So when it comes to fire signs, you got Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. And then for your water signs, you got Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. For your earth signs, you've got Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And for your air, you've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Okay, so here we go. Let's get this started. This is general, okay? This is a general message for you. Our first card is for the fire signs, and we have a Five of Swords. Five of Swords, it's basically depression, anguish, feeling just at a loss, like feeling hollow, feeling contempt maybe for those around you. This can also indicate jealousy. Maybe you're jealous, or someone you're in a relationship with is jealous. Maybe a coworker that you work with is jealous of you, or vice versa. Maybe you envy something that they have, or again, vice versa. Basically, because you're feeling in this sort of funk, it can affect your personal life, the people around you, and cause you to feel a little bit of contempt and just overall be unhappy. So that is fire sign. So if that is the case, my advice would be to figure out what it is that brings you joy, for one, and what it is that's bringing you unhappiness. And there is always a solution to every single problem, right? There really is. So how can you move forward from the thing that's making you unhappy and then embrace something that makes you happy? Okay? All right, so the next is for water signs. We have the Queen of Cups. I believe the Queen of Cups represents Cancers. But either way, this card is upright, and it sort of represents somebody who's a psychic, nurturing, loving, a motherly type figure, a great leader, fights for the underdog. She is led by her heart. Now, maybe it's you, maybe it's someone you know. With it being a queen, it usually represents a woman, or maybe, it couldn't represent either, but typically it usually represents a woman. So she has a vivid imagination, and she's highly creative. And the thing is, this card, I would think, is trying to tell you, hey, use your creative side and use it to your benefit. So whatever you've got going on in your life, it could be towards work or your home life or your relationship, bring some creativity in there and something different. Maybe just being more sensitive to somebody and their feelings. Okay. The next one we have is going to be for earth signs. Okay. We have Eight of Pentacles. So Eight of Pentacles is basically saying you're doing something that's not really making you happy. And either you're working and you're bored, whatever the situation is. This is referencing money more than likely. So I would say it's a project, a job that you are not happy with. And it might be just that you have another calling and you are just going down the wrong path. Like, this is not your thing. Does that make sense? So, my advice on this one is, find your purpose. And if you can't do what you believe is your purpose at this time, right now because you need to make money, fine. So make your money, but on the side, start working towards the thing that brings you joy, so that ends up being what brings you profits and financial stability, that you don't need to rely on this job or whatever it is that's not really bringing you very much happiness. Yeah, because you seem unmotivated on this, like just it's very lack of motivation, just not feeling like your awesome self. Okay, so and the last one is going to be air signs, and we have the Fool. Usually on the upright position, it's awesome. On the reversed, not so much. It's about someone who's very cautious, has a little bit of paranoia, just worries all the time, even maybe creates their own fears. You know what I mean? Like just kind of like maybe someone with really high anxiety, something that, but someone who creates things out of nothing. Not that that's what anxiety is. I'm saying that, well, it kind of is, I guess. But basically, just someone who's just just overwhelming themselves by thinking too much, or any position they're in, they think of all the things that could go wrong, so then they're extra cautious. Instead of just having a little bit more of a free spirit attitude towards things, it's the complete opposite, which is sort of different for somebody who's an air sign, because most air signs are, sort of, carefree and fun. So it's not that you're not fun, but maybe you've lost that lackluster in your life. I think that's the word I'm looking for. And that's what I would advise, trying to find that, trying to find what makes you happy. Just try to find what brings you joy. The other meaning of this card is that maybe you are debating on taking a big risk, financially, physically, or whatever. You've got this big plan, but with this position card, it is advised not to do it. Okay, so if that's something that you have in the backyard, like, I'm really thinking about and it's a risk, it's not like, something as simple as I'm going to wear a yellow shirt or a pink shirt. If it's something serious, don't do it. Wait for the right time. Now is not the time. And that is for Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. All right, so there's your cards. Thank you so much for watching. If any of this resonated with you, please let me know. Just remember, I'm part of Spellbinding Sisters, so if ever you need an ear, spell work, of course, but if ever you just need someone to talk to, please feel free to email us anytime. It's sisters@spellbindingsisters.com, and we'll be happy to listen to you. We offer free email consultations, and if spell work can help you, awesome. If it can't, well, we're here for you, so it doesn't really matter. If you can't utilize spell work, that's fine. You still have a friend on the other end. So thank you so much for watching, and bye. Happy Friday.